Okay, so this is one part of my laboratory, my little setup here. Um, got all kinds of neat little things. I've got containers that have different substances in them. Some of these containers need cleaning out. I'm in the middle of reorganizing my room and my laboratory and getting everything in shape. But you'll see I've got test tubes. I've got all kinds of neat little eyedropper things so that I can use to extract samples of certain substances that I want to test. And got this container that broke the other day, which sucks. It was the best flask I had left. I'm thinking about taking a blowtorch to that crack and seeing if I can at least half-ass fix it and make use of it still. I could put it over another container like I'm doing with this flask back here, so that I could use it for distillation. But yeah, here I've got a mortar and pestle. I can grind things up. Right here, it's a green liquid that was a failed experiment for making aqua regia, or the green lion in alchemy. I added nitrite to a hydrochloric acid sample that I made from distilled vinegar and salt. Let's see. Oh, here's the red mercury that I stumbled across, which that was a surprise to me. I forgot I even had any mercury. Yeah, there's a bead of mercury. It's red as can be, just sliding around in there. It's very jiggly. Very jiggly. I've got all kinds of containers here. I got my toolbox. I just bought a new wire mesh. But yeah, that's where I keep a lot of tools for working in here. Here I've got some citric acid samples. I plan on doing some tests with those samples of citric acid. I'm going to dissolve them and crystallize them over transmutation circles that I'm going to charge up with electric current. And see how the different shapes will affect the formation of the crystals. These right here are pH testing kits that came with a chemistry set that I ordered. They come in handy if you wanna test how acidic your solution is. Here we have what's this? Potassium chloride. Yeah, these compounds came with a crystal growing set that I bought from the dollar store. I think this is monoammonium phosphate from Dollar Tree, but they didn't actually list the ingredients or tell you what kind of chemical they were selling you, which I think is illegal, but it was from China. It was shady. Over here in front of this mirror, it's pretty dirty, but over here's where I do all kinds of little experiments with, like, different types of potions and whatnot. It's a total mess. I really need to actually get all these glass containers down and kind of wipe down the shelf there. Now, up here, well, you see I've got masks and goggles, just in case I'm working with something extremely dangerous or acidic. I've got a lot of other lab equipment up here on these shelves that I haven't used in a while because it's kind of difficult to use some of these parts. Oh, there's that tattoo ink. Yeah, I've got up here, we have, what do we have here? I'm not sure. I don't remember what was in that container. I know what's in this one. This is a container full of sulfuric acid. Gotta be careful handling that. It's gonna really burn you. You don't want to inhale the fumes from it. But yeah, we've had has this little flask full of sulfuric acid sitting up here for like a year or two. Yeah, I need to actually distill it and separate the metallic particles from it, because I got corroded metal that was sitting at the bottom of it. I made a flask out of a light bulb, but I think, I kind of busted the top of that there. Yeah, I got containers up here that I actually need to bring down, and I need to sort out what I'm keeping and what I'm getting rid of, because my lab has acquired a lot of new materials and tools and equipment that needs to be organized, and the old stuff needs to be thrown out. So I've been working on that lately. If you're wondering where my source of philosopher's stone matter comes from, I got this one specific drawer specifically for bottles of urine that I carefully extract the salts, the cell salts, and the ammonium nitrates from, the phosphoric compounds from. And over here is my, this is my stovetop area where most of the magic happens, where I usually set up distillations here over this sand bath on my hot plate, and either I let the vapors and the oils evaporate up and rain back down into the earthy part of it, and up and down over and over again, while slowly the gas escapes. Slowly some of the vapor escapes, and it slowly dries out and coagulates together into a solid mass, which then dries out and becomes red powder. But over here on this side of the stove is where I use a blowtorch to melt down metals and see how much the metals I can transmute. You can see here, this used to be pure lead, but it's trying to become gold, but it ain't there yet. It needs more extreme heat, maybe more red powder. It's trying to become gold, but it ain't quite there. Yeah, it's starting to obtain like a goldish hue in some places. It definitely doesn't have the same melting point as lead anymore. It's no longer lead. It was lead. Speaking of which, that reminds me, where's that one sample I had? Oh, that's in my backpack. Yeah, my backpack here. I've got one sample of metal that I'm particularly proud of, because this was probably the most sufficient yield of precious metal that I've made just using I was able to make just using oh shit, where is it now? I think I lost it. No, it's in here. Here it is. Right. Yeah, this sample of metal here. Yeah, it seems to behave more like silver than gold, but it does have kind of a gold hue. I don't remember if I used white powder or red powder on this piece, but this used to be pure lead. But now, see, lead melts at around like 800 something degrees. I forget the exact number. But this thing will start glowing red hot before it even thinks about melting. But this whole thing used to be a solid chunk of lead. Now it's a lot lighter. It's hard. It's harder. It's not soft and malleable like it used to be. You can't scratch it with your nails like you can with lead. But I blasted it with a torch today just to prove to my cousin that it's no longer behaving like lead. It's behaving like silver or a precious metal. When I blasted it with a blowtorch, kind of gained this copperish hue. I suppose that's got something to do with the surface reacting with the propane gas at those high temperatures. But yeah, this is the most sufficient